Morning. It's a early morning in Nairobi. Welcome to my inaugural birding vlog. Mahal and I arrived in Nairobi early yesterday morning. So, because of jet lag, I've been up since 3:30 this morning. It's now probably about 6:30. Yeah, 6:30. I thought I'd take advantage of being awake this early and go ahead and go birding. I've been gone for almost 3 months, so I've been missing my Kenyan birds. I'm going to go to Karura Forest this morning, which is one of my favorite places to go birding in Nairobi. Karura is one of Nairobi's biggest forests. Nairobi's got 3 main gazetted forests, and Karura is the biggest of them. And yeah, it's pretty good for birding. Some 250 species plus of birds, plus a good number of mammal species, Sunni, duikers, colobus monkeys, stuff like that. Really good trail system and stuff like that. So it's fun. I'm looking forward to it. Karura is split into like 2 main sections, which are divided by Limuru Road, which is a big road in this part of Nairobi. We're kind of on the northwestern side of Nairobi. And normally I'll go to the bigger section because it's the kind of the Limuru side. It's much bigger. It's much better for birds. It's got more variety of habitat and stuff like that. Yeah, that's the side I prefer to go to, and I know that side much better. But actually, this morning I'm going to go to the smaller side, which is called the Sigiria side. It's a little closer to where I live by 5 or 10 minutes. And I'm going there because I've got a friend of mine, sometime in the last week, has been over there and saw a juvenile white-backed night heron there, which is pretty special for Karura. I don't know that there's any records of that species in Karura. They're pretty hard to see in Kenya in general. There have been some breeding pairs in the national park the last couple of years, but I haven't even the last time I went there, maybe in July, I didn't see them. So it's a rare bird for Kenya, so I wanted to go see if I could find it. So yeah, let's go see if we can find the night heron. Alright, we are here, made it to the forest. I wanted to get a little bit away from the gate and the staff here. Sometimes they can be a bit funny about people videoing in the forest. I didn't want to be harassed. Yeah, I texted my friend. I'm waiting to see if she can give me a more precise location. I know it's by the swamp here in the forest, so that narrows it down a good deal already, but if she can give me a more precise location, which side of the swamp, then that would be great. But yeah, I'm just waiting on that and slowly make my way over there, see what else we see. on the way. I've never noticed this yellow-barked acacia here. A wonderful tree. Very iconic canyon tree. So, got some of the usual suspects right away. Yellow-billed kite, pied crow, common bulbul, heard a bronze sunbird. Just making my way to the swamp, see if we can find this heron. It's a very gray day, very overcast. I don't know if that'll keep the birds in hiding for a bit longer or not, but best we can do is try. It's the monkeys. Sykes monkeys. Starting to hear some more birds. Yellow whiskered green bull. African dusky flycatcher. I'm still having a hard time getting good views of them. But it is starting to lighten up a little bit, so maybe that'll help. As it warms up, they'll come out a little bit more. There's the green bull. Bear in mind, I'm actually not very good with my calls, so I might be wrong on some of these. I'm not trying to lie to you. It's my best educated guess. Just saw some bee eaters fly over. I'd expect cinnamon chested here, but they looked big, so I wonder if they're European bee eaters. Some not super early migrants, but early-ish migrants. That'd be fun. Let's see if we can find them. Okay, we have reached the first end of the swamp. Already got a bunch of cormorants that I can see. Some long-tailed cormorants. You will often find them perched much like this, but with their arms, their wings outstretched, drying off their wings after a long day of fishing. I don't know if you can hear that. The Rupel's robin chat calling. You can hear that. Those are Egyptian geese flying in. It's tropical boo-boos. It's actually it's a duet. It's two birds. Sounds like one, but it's two birds calling to each other. Egyptian geese. I've actually always found them quite attractive birds. That may not be the reputation they have, but actually not true geese or true ducks. They belong to a family of shell ducks, which, well, I can't really tell you anything about them. That's just one of those random facts that I've picked up, but I don't really know anything about shell ducks, so all I know is that Egyptian geese are liars. Just found an egret. Look like a great egret. Cormorant fishing. I wish that egret would come back. White-backed Night. Generally pretty responsive to fishing and playback. You can hear them. That bill snapping is them too. I guess as I'm walking I can, oh, that's a nice butterfly. I can talk a little bit about myself. Yeah, so I've lived in Kenya for most of my life, but didn't get into birding until fairly recently. It was like a COVID lockdown hobby that I picked up, kind of at the height of COVID when it hit here, and everything got shut down. Couldn't leave Nairobi. Yeah, I just kind of started taking more notice of the birds in my backyard and wanting to know what they were, and I knew my parents had some old bird guides from, my mom was into birding, or she tried to get into birding when my family lived out in the bush, mostly before I was even born. And so I knew we had some old bird books, so I kind of started going through those, learning the common birds that we got in our yard and our garden. And it, I mean, as I'm sure most of you would know, if you're a birder, it kind of snowballs from there. It doesn't take long to get really into it. I am by no means an exceptional birder, but I do enjoy it. Most of, I'd like 90% of the birding I've done has been here in Kenya. So I feel more confident here than anywhere else, but I've got a lot to learn, which is kind of the fun thing about it. Especially calls. I'm really bad at calls. But again, it's the fun thing about having something to learn. It's worth noting too that I'm not a vlogger. I've started making vlogs for my partner, Mahala, who's a content creator. So we make vlogs together now. It's I'm getting to be comfortable with it, being on this side of the camera. But all the editing of her vlogs and stuff, I was like, you know what, I bet it'd be fun to do this when I go birding sometimes. So here's my inaugural effort. So please bear with me. I'm sure it's not going to be an excellent video. I'm just getting started. I don't know much about vlogging. I'm sure people who know me, who are watching this, are probably laughing to themselves at the fact that this video exists at all. Sunbird. I've kind of gotten distracted from the fact that I came here to look for that night heron. I'm just enjoying being back in Kenya and seeing Kenyan birds again after a couple months out. Just being outside. Yellow, wait, Cabanis greenbull? Yeah, Cabanis greenbull. That's cool. Cabanis greenbull, or used to be called a placid greenbull. Also got another bronze mannequin posing nicely. It's been a quiet morning, generally. I haven't spent much time actually looking for this night heron, but I've enjoyed some other good birds. Just kind of getting back into the flow of birding again, having been out of it for a little while. I'll try to figure out how to do this. That's kind of fun. Kind of fun to take people along. It'll take me some time to really figure out how best to, you know, get vlog footage and, you know, good pictures and video of the birds. I might not focus too much on the video right now because it's killing my camera's battery, and I'd rather at least be able to get photos. Yeah, it's a learning process. So, but it's been good so far. Good morning so far. Got not a ton of birds, maybe 20 something species. But I've been, yeah, I've been not quite like full on birding because I've been a little distracted trying to figure out how to do this vlogging kind of stuff at the same time. And again, this is not my favorite side of Karura. It's generally not the busier or birdier side of Karura. I will go to the main side soon here. Also where I know my way around better and know kind of where to go to find which birds, which I do not know on this side. I've definitely seen some European bee eaters and cinnamon chested, which I can add some old photos I got of them. Those are probably my favorite bird, cinnamon chested bee eaters. Or maybe they were I guess my spark bird, one of the early birds that really caught my eye. Okay, well, that's the end. I'm just about back to the car. I would say this wasn't my most valiant of efforts in birding terms. I didn't put a ton of effort into trying to find the heron, but yeah, like I said, I haven't been birding very much in the last couple months, and so it was just acclimatizing, I guess, to Kenyan birds. Yeah, but thanks for coming along if you watched. See you next time.